a civil case that you're wanting to file this into?
That's what I want that to be.
Okay. So you don't have a case already existing in this?
Won't nobody help me get a case. That's why that's what this is, to get one.
Okay.
Were you and that work together the same time?
That's where we met, yeah.
I'm there.
And I was just working up there every day.
Did you have a criminal case?
Yeah. On Sound Shop.
Okay.
Thank you.
And you're wanting to start a civil suit is what you're wanting to do?
Right.
That little secret was there working. Same time.
Okay, let me just find out if I can take this or if it has to be in the actual form of a petition, okay?
When that other boy got out. He's doing that very
So one of my supervisors is going to come down and look at this and talk to you about it, okay?
Okay.
She'll be right down.
Okay, that would be the corrections department. I can give you that number. Or we have it over in that room. It is 435-7002. Oh, yeah, it's teacher. What's that number? You could,
Yeah.
you're all speaking now. Yeah, I would think so.
Hi,
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm Ann.
I'm Ryan.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Ryan.
This is what he has that he's wanting to file.
If you get it, let me out here.
Okay.
Hello. Hello. How you doing? Doing a property phone?
Mr. Harris.
He's not today.
Okay, Mr. Ryan, this is not in proper form for the courts to review.
Okay, I was told by a lady before I can bring some scribble scratch paper and it'd be and she could file it in the system.
What are you trying to accomplish? Well, let's start there. Maybe I can help you, guide you a little bit.
I would like to file a civil lawsuit.
A civil lawsuit.
I would like to be civil.
Okay.
Because I find that the state's not very civil.
Okay. If you want to file a civil lawsuit, this is not in proper form.
What is proper form?
It's typically starts off with a petition where you make the allegations and you sign it and you give us service information. Who are you suing in this?
Well, I guess it had to be the state of Louisiana.
Okay. See, that's not in here. So even if we took this, we don't know who you're suing. Okay? That's one of the problems. Another problem is that if I took this, and whoever told you that you could scribble something on a piece of paper and we would file it, they were absolutely correct.
You were correct?
They're correct.
Well, what's wrong with that then?
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you that we will take it. We will take this, and we will take the filing fees that you have to pay for this.
How much is filing fees?
On a new suit, it's $450.
It's $350 with one service and then plus the service.
Okay, how
So
this is my
with
question.
that, let me finish. But with that being said, if I take this, and I don't want to take your money without accomplishing what you want, with this, there is nowhere for me to go with this. Nowhere for me to go. There are no instructions. So I would take this, and we're going to make a file folder on it, and it's going to sit there because you're not giving me any direction whatsoever what you want me to do with this. I don't know who the defendant is. I don't know who the plaintiff is. I don't know what the allegations are. So that's what I mean by it's not in correct form.
Because really just write a book and sell it. Really. That's what
I'm sorry?
the correct form would be to write a book and then sell it for my pain and suffering. Now my question is, I'm gonna give you a hard time, so it's just gonna be questions. So how is the Pledge of Allegiance? How does the Pledge of Allegiance go?
What is your point in asking me
Is
that?
liberty and justice for all, or liberty and justice for the economic privileged? For all the economic privileged?
I could only give you my opinion.
Because I
on
could
that,
write
Mr.
this, I
Orgeron.
could write up,
How can I help you today?
I could write up the most superb thing right here, but why do I have to pay $400 filing fee for liberty and justice?
Those are our fees.
I know,
How
I
can
know,
how
but
can I
like,
help you?
What?
I can't accept this, or will accept it with your filing fees, but I'm telling you now, it's not going to.
Well, I could write this up so beautifully. The bottom line is, I don't have a $400 fee to pay for liberty and justice. I don't care how I could write it up. I don't have $400.
Okay. Are you a pauper?
What is that?
Someone that can't afford court cost.
Right, you're right. I can't afford it.
Well, there's ways that you can do that as well, and if the court grants you pauper status, then you wouldn't have to pay that fee.
Okay, well, I probably granted that on another case. Would that come over to this case?
No, sir.
You would have to reapply for that? To reapply for...
It's Lacey. How you doing?
Reapply to
Good.
be notified that you're too poor for liberty and justice, so we won't charge you for liberty and justice.
Alan Thomason.
It's
Right.
for court cost, advance court costs to be waived. It doesn't waive you from paying the fees, it waives you from paying them up front.
Oh, okay. So in another case where they granted me this no money status, they gonna still charge me that after that case is done?
If you're found that if you're cast with the costs, they will. You have another case here with us?
It's a family case that really shouldn't be going on. If we as a people were following our rights and laws, I wouldn't be in this current case that I have with this parish. But we as a people don't follow the rights and laws. We follow money, you know. So I can't even leave this with y'all, no matter the errors that you say are contained in it.
I didn't say it had errors. I said it wasn't in proper form, and it's not going to go anywhere in our
Right.
office.
So even if I wanted to file it, in its improper, so-called improper form, I would have to have $400.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That is correct.
All that.
So I would have to have $400 for the liberty and justice.
You have to have $450 to file it with us.
And this, I'm trying to remember how I did this, no money. I got a paper from y'all and then went and,
I don't know what, you said it was in a,
it was a family court. I'm assuming it's the same type of pauper.
were you the plaintiff or the defendant?
Well, I don't know. I was the plaintiff, and then magically I was the defendant, so I don't really understand what it is.
Yeah.
Who's suing you?
Well, ain't nobody suing there. That's family court.
Yeah, I can print out everything I found for you. And do you want me to just go?
Well, is it an ex-wife or someone? I mean, yeah, someone, if it's in family court.
It's custody.
Yes. Is it your ex-wife?
Bye-bye.
No, man, we were never married.
But it is not applicable to this. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, it all stems to this. See, all the evidence that would be needed here and all the accusations are actually contained in y'all's court system. Or filings, or whatever it is called. I don't know.
But again, I'm asking you, what can I do for you today?
I could just leave this for the court.
I can't take it without the filing fees.
You can't have this?
No, sir.
What if I just mailed it to the court?
We are the court. You
Right.
mail it
I
to
need
us.
y'all to have this. This is very important.
I can't, give me the filing fees and I can file it.
What if I just mailed it to y'all
We're going to mail it back.
without a return address?
You're not going to accomplish anything. We're not going to file it.
You would just throw it in the trash?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't have a name on it. I mean, an address. I don't have a defendant. Don't have a plaintiff.
Well, so you just won't take this, right?
I will take it with your.
Well, I am
fees.
not economic privileged for liberty and justice, so I don't have any money. So y'all won't take this?
No, sir. Unless
So-
you are granted pauper status.
Can I leave this on the desk?
No, sir.
So, can I give it to you?
No, sir.
And give it to her?
No, sir.
Can I leave it on that desk?
Mr. Ardoin, tell me what. I can't help you unless you give me the filing fees.
I know.
And
I'm just-
and I don't want to take
I'm just
your,
making
listen to me.
sure-
I don't want to take your money because this is not in proper form and it's not going to go anywhere.
I don't know. I don't have any money to give you.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find out if I could leave this with the
No,
court
you
somehow.
cannot. No, you cannot.
Okay. All right. Then I just wanted to make sure I had enough information for what I wanted. So, proper fee. What you call it?
Pauper status?
Proper status.
Yes, sir.
Is that a form I fill out with y'all and then go get it notarized?
It is a form. Do you know where they? I don't know where they originate.
They just print them off the internet and bring them to us. We don't have.
The
those
court has
here.
to grant pauper status before I
Right.
can take anything.
Right. Okay. So you don't know where you're gonna get that form? I think last time the lady here had a
We don't
happened to
give
have
out any
a.
forms. You might be able to get on the
She happened to
website
have
of the
one.
21st JDC to see if they have them available, but we don't give out forms.
Well, she happened to have one last
Okay.
time through the month. Okay. Okay. So if I was doing another court case, I have to do a new request for pauper status.
Correct.
Okay. The old one is kind of like it don't even exist.
If that's for another case, that is correct. You have to file one in each case that you have if you deem pauper status.
Okay. Now, what if I required help filling this form out, this pauper form? What if I had required some assistance?
What kind of
reading or
assistance?
Section 504.
I would assume you would need to go to someone who offers that.
The state don't offer.
I don't know. I can't answer that. I'm not aware of that.
I know.
We don't.
I know. It's called a Rehabilitation Act. And it doesn't look like we being rehabilitated. So on that note, I'll go ahead and leave. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck to you.
All right. Good luck to Louisiana. Because it ain't looking good for old Louisiana. It ain't looking good. Nothing really. And then look, she like texts the guard to come in and stand behind me and everything. It's all a joke, man. This country's a joke. And it's the people that's the joke. It's the mindless people that have, the system has been set up so people can mindlessly go about their life and mindlessly do jobs that you actually got to have a mind to do. So that's what's going on here. Mindlessness. You know? And they wouldn't take my paper. Didn't think they would. So mindlessness in a system that is set up for mindless people, but in a system that is going to remain broken as long as mindlessness reigneth. I don't know what other words I can use. So there you go.